Hello everyone, and welcome. This is Alexandra Mentor here, an executive coach and mentor, and welcome to our 5-day masterclass Quantum Leap Strategy. I am really thrilled and excited to be here with you guys today, and I am very privileged to have this chance and opportunity to share this phenomenal information with you. So, for those of you who are with us live, please do say hello in the chat box. So, please say hello in the chat box and let us know where are you streaming from. We have such an international team and community, and this was my long-term life vision to create an international business to communicate and to bring like-minded people from all over the world. So please let us know in the chat box where you're from, where you're streaming us from. So give us a country, a continent, or your city. And I'm just going to wait for a few replies. And for those of you who are watching us as a first time, a very warm welcome, because it's a very pleasure to have with you us today. And this week, when you really lean in and pay attention and dedicate that 1 hour every single day, what I can promise you is that by end of this week, you will feel a shift within yourself, because this information will resonate with you, because the truth always resonates. So if you dedicate that 1 hour per week to this session and you're 100% present without any distraction, without having loads of messages or phones around yourself, just pay 100% attention, participate, ask questions if you have any, give us comments, let us know a little bit about yourself. Let us know with your experiences as well with this material. And I can promise you guys that paying attention and leaning in and being present here with us, this is where you put 100% energy and focus. And I can promise you that not only you're going to remember this information much better, but you will feel a shift in your mindset, in your energy, and in your behavior as well. So this is for your own benefits. So be here with us today. There is loads of hellos, absolutely amazing. Hello, Joanne, really great to have you with us. Hello, Violet, absolutely amazing. Hello, Magdalena, absolutely great to have you with us. Loads of hellos. So we have people from all over the world. This is so incredible, and it's such a pleasure to be here with you guys. So I'm streaming with the UK, and I know there are some of you literally on pretty much every continent. So today, what we're going to talk about is the rules for success. We have so much incredible information to share with you guys, and every single day will bring you something truly different and amazing. So this is a journey over the next 5 days, and the more you participate, the more benefit you'll get out of it. Every single day, not only we're going to share some incredible information, but we're also going to make it fun. The way we're going to make it fun is we're going to give you some sort of homework, and then we're also going to give you some reward. So if you participate till the end, and if you participate in our homework and our assignments, not only you can move forward, because it's all about application of this information, not only you can move forward faster, but you can also benefit from getting certain rewards. So let's begin, guys. For those of you who are brand new into our community, let me tell you a little bit about myself and about my background, so you know my story and how this relates to the topic this week. So I've been a mentor and a coach for the past 6 years. And before becoming a mentor, my background is in corporate finance. So I've spent more than 10 years in corporate finance, and this is something I've enjoyed a lot. However, after few years, I felt that my calling is not there. And I kept changing jobs about 3, 4 times, different companies, a little bit different area around finance. So I went from banking through mortgages to being an accountant. And every single time when I changed a job, I felt a little bit excited because it was something new and there was a lot to learn. And then, literally, after about 2 years, I was hitting that wall where I felt that this is not it. It wasn't a job full of passion and reward, it was just a job to pay my bills. And this is not what I wanted in my life. Something within me, there's this inner voice telling me for as long as I remember that there must be something better out there, something more inspiring. And all I wanted to create in my life was that happiness, that fulfillment. I've been listening to Bob Proctor, to Joe Dispenza, to so many great minds for since 2007. So my story and experience with personal growth and development goes far beyond the 6 years. I felt that there is something incredible about each and one of us. So that's why this was always pulling me to learn more, to really understand what is that I truly want. And I kept searching and kept searching. And because I kept searching, I also kept changing jobs until my last or most recent job in finance. I was about to change it again because I felt that I'm waking up every morning and I've lost my mojo. I'm not excited about it anymore. I felt stuck and I felt confused more than ever before because I knew that there is something better out there for me, but I just didn't know what it was. I've tried so many different things. I've gone through so many different jobs, similar but different. And it was almost like that vicious circle. And that was that one day where I was literally thinking of another move, another change, and then something occurred to me. I've realized that this is a pattern I've been doing over and over again, repeating for almost a decade. And this is where I stopped and I thought, if I go on to another job, this is what's going to happen again. So again, it's going to be exciting in the beginning, maybe some challenges, maybe new people, new environments, so a little bit excitement at the beginning, but 2 years later, it's going to be the same. So instead of changing jobs, I basically thought I need to do something completely different, something that I've never done before, something that you don't really talk about with your colleagues or your friends or family. And that's where a big decision has come. I followed Bob Proctor back then for many, many years, so probably about 7, 8 years. And I thought, this man must know something better than I do. So I've contacted him and I've spoke to his one of his consultants, making a long story short, because there is a story about this one event on its own. And I've decided to be mentored by Bob Proctor. How many of you present here can relate to this story where you feel that there is something better for you out there? You feel that you are meant for more. You know that you can do better. You feel it right here. Maybe you kept searching just like I was. Maybe you keep changing jobs. Maybe you have ideas that you've never applied. How many of you can relate to this? Please let me know. If you can relate to this, just let me know in a chat box, relate. Because I would love to hear from you guys. This is something where I highly encourage you to participate in this session, not only just by listening to me, but really allow yourself for this moment, this 1 hour, to see where you are and what might be holding you back from going further. So let me know in the chat box. I can see if you relate. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. So lots of you can relate to this. Excellent. So when I was at that point, before I started working with Bob Proctor, when I made that huge decision, I basically felt that there is something wrong with me, because I felt that I keep constantly changing jobs and I keep constantly searching for something. And when I looked around, I didn't see many people doing what I was doing. So as you can, I see more relate, excellent. So as you can remember or realize, that when you don't see many people around you doing what you're doing, you may think that maybe you are going crazy. Maybe there's something wrong with you. And that's exactly what I felt about 6, 7 years ago. That why am I not satisfied? Why am I not just satisfied with what I have, the job I have? And it was an okay job. It was an okay paid job. And to the point that I really started doubting that maybe there's something wrong with me. Hello, Denise. Really great to have you with us. Absolutely wonderful, Denise. And you can relate as well. So back then, I thought it was me. And that also led me into self doubt, thinking, I don't know what's wrong with me. So if you can relate to this, what I can tell you today, guys, is that you are listening to your intuition more than an average person. Because if you can relate to this story where you feel that there is something more out there for you, that there must be a better solution, there must be a better way for you to create more comfortable life, for you to create more money, for you to have this happy and fulfilled life, if you really have that feeling, what I can tell you guys, that you are connected with your inner self more, because you are placed on this planet to continuously grow and expand and experience more. And that is your spiritual being telling you that it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to learn more, and it's time for you to really expand, because your spiritual being, and you are a spirit, your spiritual being is always there for expansion and expression. So not only you expand in your experiences, in your knowledge, but you also have to express that. You express your knowledge, your experience. So there are so many people expressing what they feel through art, through song, through music, through writing, through the service they provide to other people. And this is the purpose of each and one of us on this planet, to grow, to experience more, and through your experiences and your gifts that are locked up within yourself, you can then serve and help other people as well. And when you get there, when you know exactly what is that you want to do, when you know how to then express it and share it with other people, this is when you start living with a purpose. This is when your life becomes very different. This is where what we used to call you live with passion. And this is what I've been searching for a very long time. So if you have that inner voice telling you that there is something more out there, I want you to listen to this voice. And I want you to not only to listen to this voice, but I want you to also follow the rules for success that we're going to share with you today in depth. So one of the rules of your success, be it personal or professional, is that you have to know what you truly want. And this is number one. This is something that many people can be a little bit confused about, because many people that I speak with, when I ask them, what is that you want? They kind of say, I want more of something, more of money, more of time freedom, more of flexibility. But majority of people go after what they think they can get rather than what they truly desire. So my question to you guys, and I really want you to be honest with yourself, do you really know what you desire? Do you really know what you want in your life? And it's not just about wanting more of something, but it's all about being detailed. Do you know exactly what is that you want? This is that first step. And believe me or not, many people, majority of people, they're not sure what they want. 6, 7 years ago, before I've even started my coaching business, I had thought I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have it in detail. I didn't exactly know what is my income that I wanted, what is my desired income, how I would want to spend my days, who I would want to be surrounded with. I didn't have the detail. I just said to myself, I just wanted more of money, more of time. And that's just halfway there. So, knowing what you want is rule number one for your success. Now, before we move on to the next steps, I would like you guys to really think about and tell me what success means to you. What does success mean to you? Because success has different meaning to different people. And I would like you to answer it to yourself today, right now. What does success mean to you? And I also would love to hear from you. I would love to know what the success means to all of you. How would you describe success? So, how would you see yourself? What would you have to do or accomplish or be in order for you to feel successful? So, let us know, guys, what comes to your mind. What does success mean to you? And I'm just going to wait for a few answers from you. And we'll talk about the meaning of success in a few seconds. So just let me know what success means to you. Excellent, guys. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. This is very powerful and very appreciated. So, as you know, success has different meaning to different people. And according to Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill, is that success is a worthy realization of a goal, of a vision and a goal that is worthy to you. Joanne says, success means living daily in my purpose and experiencing everything I desire, including financial freedom. Beautiful, Joanne. Thank you so much for sharing. And we've got also more coming now. So do what you love every single day and make a big profit out of it. Absolutely amazing. Success is going towards your desired goal. Great, guys. Absolutely wonderful. So as you know, success is different to different people. But to Napoleon Hill and Earl Nightingale, it was success is when you are progressing towards your worthy goal. So you know exactly what you want, you have a clarity of what you want, and you are working towards it every single day. And this is something I was missing very long time ago, about 6, 7 years ago. I was missing that part, that not only having the clarity of what I wanted, but progressively working towards it. I used to believe that in order for me to go and get what I want to, it's just about positive thinking. It's about being positive, being happy, and kind of imagining what I wanted. And then at the right time, in the right moment, it will just come to me. An idea will come, an inspiration will come. And that's what I was stuck with for about 6, 7 years, because I had that idea of wanting more money, more happiness, better relationships. But I not only didn't have the clarity about it, but I also was not moving towards it on a daily basis. And this is rule number 2, that you need to be actively pursuing your goal. You have to be not only knowing what exactly you want and that clarity of your vision, but you have to be actioning it every single day, working towards it every single day. So, knowing what you want takes a real thinking. takes a serious thought. It doesn't just happen like that. Some people know what they want from very young age. Some people at the age of 40, 50, 60 are still not sure what they want. And that is down to a simple realization that your life purpose needs to be discovered. This is something that we're going to be working on this week. I would like you guys to really give it more effort and more thought about what is that you truly want. How many of you know exactly what you want? So if you have a clearly defined goal, please put hashtag goal in a chat box if you know exactly what you want. And if you are progressively working towards that goal, towards that vision every single day, please also put hashtag action. So share with us, please, where you are at right now. Do you know exactly what you want, or do you have an idea of what you want, but you're not sure about the details? So let us know, guys, okay? This is something very important for you because you will not spend that time thinking about what you want at any other time unless you really think about it deeply. So living that life with a purpose, just like some of you mentioned in the chat box, knowing what your purpose is, that requires a serious thought. That requires you to know yourself, who you really are, and what you are truly capable of doing. And it's about discovering that purpose. It's a process. It's something that today you will have a great opportunity to spend some time and really think about what is that you truly desire. I have some of you saying that you are very much having your goals and you are an action takers. Absolutely incredible. Well done. Some of you are also saying that you're not sure. So today, for those of you who are not sure about what you want, today you will have a great opportunity right after this session. And I'll give you an example on what to do towards the end, how you can trigger that thought on what is that I truly desire. So now let's say that you know what you want and you work towards it. So you take actions every single day. What you have to also be aware of, that another rule for your success is that you have to really look within yourself for all the answers and opportunities. This is something that not many people are aware of. So this is something that people look outside for the opportunities. They look outside for strategies. They look outside what they can be doing. They look outside and look at their competition, what the competition is doing. But there is something completely illogical, something that is not a common sense to majority of us, because nobody teaches this subject at school. So how would we know? How would I know what to do? How would you know? But what we have to be aware of, that in order for you to create that quantum leap in your results, in your life, which means jumping few levels up without much effort in less time, is all about doing something that is uncommon sense, doing something that's illogical. Because if you look around, 90 something percent of people, about 93 to 95% of people, they all follow the conventional strategies. They all got educated, or they think they have to get educated. They get a job and they have that job for a lifetime. Maybe they qualify more, they get more degrees, and they go up within that job, but it's all conventional methods. There is a very small percentage of people, about 3 to 5% of people, who do things very differently. Those are the people who live the life the way they truly desire. So they earn the income they truly desire, they have the time freedom, They live in the house that they really dreamt of. They wear the clothes, they go to the restaurants of their choice. They have that ideal lifestyle of their dreams. So it's only about 3 to 5% of people. So what's happening to 95% of people? What's happening? Why we're not there? We're not there because we are not aware of certain rules. We're not aware of those rules for success. So for you to really, first of all, know what you want, and then second of all, going after it, you need to be looking for answers within yourself. This is your guiding system. This is where you know exactly how to achieve something you've never achieved before, how to create that quantum leap. Quantum leap is jumping few levels up. This is science. This is proven. It's proven that particles can jump few levels up without further effort. There's no more energy spent jumping few levels up. So you could jump few levels up by doubling, quadrupling your income, multiplying your income without further effort. How would you like that? How would you like to achieve that? How would you like to multiply your income without working harder? If you love what you hear, just give me yes, yes, yes. Because this is something that we really have to become aware of. And this is all about doing a logical and following the unconventional methods. And one of the unconventional methods is number 3 rule, which is you have to be looking inside within yourself for the solutions, for the ideas. And this is where you know that when you know who you are, and you know the difference in your mind, what you can create, and then you start using your higher mental faculties. Imagination is one of your higher mental faculties. And as Einstein used to say, imagination is more important than knowledge. So when you start using your imagination constructively, when you start creating in your imagination, this is where you get your ideas from. Nowhere else. It's not about looking around what other people are doing. It's not about following a strategy that may not be aligned with your goal, but it's all about looking inside for the opportunities and the answers. And that comes when you study yourself. That literally comes when you get to know yourself, who you are, and how incredible you are. Do you feel that there is greatness within yourself? Do you wake up every morning knowing that you are capable of so much more today and you know exactly what you're going to achieve today? Do you feel like this? Or do you wake up and you feel another day ahead? Or here we go again. Which one is it? I really want you guys to start shifting your image about yourself. This is something we're going to talk about tomorrow, the self-image, inner self-image, a very powerful topic. We're going to talk about the confidence and how to create that winner self-image tomorrow, but this is something you can start thinking about today. How do you perceive yourself? What do you think about yourself? How do you really see yourself? And when you get to know yourself better through the studies, through understanding that there is greatness within you, that whatever you've been doing so far, whatever you've been creating so far in your life, you're only scratching the surface. You're only just beginning. You're only just warming up. This is nothing to what you can really accomplish. And I know that sometimes it sounds so incredible, and sometimes you feel like, yes, I want to make it happen. And then you go back to your day to day life and you think, but what am I supposed to be doing? But you can only find out when you invest in yourself time to get to know yourself, to understand your mind, to understand your higher mental faculties, to really start working with the use of your higher mental faculties from the 4th dimension rather than in the 3rd dimension, which is right now the physical. That's when you start creating quantum leaps in your life, because you don't depend on the visible, you don't depend on what's going on around you. You literally go inside for the answers, you go inside for the opportunities, and that's how powerful you are. And that's incredible. Another very important step for you to really achieve quantum leap in your life, so jump few levels up with less effort in less time, is to be uncomfortable, to get yourself uncomfortable as often as you can. And this is a huge part. This is something that we'll talk about and elaborate later on this week. But what I can tell you guys is just something from my own life. I can tell you a quick story here where I've lived in that understanding that in order for me to really get to where I want to be, I just need to once again think positively and know what I want vaguely, but nothing was happening. No change was happening in me. And all the people who love and follow the law of attraction, this is exactly where they are also stuck, because they think that's all you have to do. You just have to think positively, just have to have happy thoughts, and things will come your way when it's your time. And that's where I was for a very long time, missing the big point, missing that not only is to know what I want, have the clarity of it, but also I needed to grow. I needed to get myself out of the comfort zone, and I needed to do something completely different to what I've been doing so far. So, how often do you get uncomfortable? How many of you actually do something out of your comfort zone on a daily basis, or at least a couple of times a week? Let me know, guys, in the chat box, please. And answer this to yourself. How often do you feel uncomfortable? The comments are absolutely incredible, and thank you so much for those. And if there are any questions, I will come back to those after the session. But thank you so much for sharing. You need to be uncomfortable in order for you to grow. Because if you want to create something different in your life, if you want to have something that you've never had in your life, so more money, if you want to double your income, if you want to quadruple your income, if you want to take your yearly salary into your monthly salary, you need to be very honest with yourself, and you need to be aware that if you want to have something you've never had before, you need to be willing to do something you've never done before. And that requires you to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And this is the biggie. This is a big part of realizing that the moment when you do that, you experience growth. And in order for you to achieve this quantum leap success, it will not cost you any more effort, but it will cost you the willingness to feel uncomfortable, to be willing to go into this unknown territory with no guarantees. You have to be willing to take risks, certain risks, where you feel is the right for you, but your body and your brain is telling you, what if you fail? Because fear and growth go hand in hand. So you have to experience that fear. You have to feel uncomfortable, and that's where fear kicks in. Fear is something truly powerful to understand, and we'll spend entire session on fear later on this week to understand it, to help you understand what fear is and how to push through it. But today, one of the rules for your success is to feel uncomfortable. When I started my business 6 years ago, I've literally quit my job. It was a quick decision after studying with Bob Proctor for 4 months. And I've decided this is it for me. I know that I'm meant for more. And now I know what I want to do. I've discovered my life purpose within 4 months. And I knew that the material I was studying, it needed to be shared. It needed to be shared with incredible people like yourself who have that desire to succeed, who know that you can do more. And that's who I was years ago. I knew I wanted to succeed and I knew I could do more. I was just confused in what to do. So then, when I've made a decision to quit my job and then open up my business, I did something incredibly uncomfortable because I've never had a business experience. I didn't have a business card, I didn't have a website, I didn't have anything set up. But all I did was I had that mindset set for success because I knew what I wanted to create. And with that, I've entered into my business. But when that happened, I lived uncomfortably and I lived out of my comfort zone for months. Every single day, I did something completely out of my comfort zone. And I remember my mentor used to say, that's what you have to do. And all I did was followed his direction. But because this is something I wasn't used to, I wasn't good at, and I've never done it before, I felt incredibly uncomfortable. So that's what you have to be aware. The more uncomfortable you feel, the more you're growing. And within literally 2, 3 months, I've not only replaced my income, but I've doubled it. And that's something where you need to be aware of about your journey, your success. What is that you do on a daily basis? And I speak to some of you, and I know that some of you are progressing and you're doing new things and you're starting something completely different and you're going higher and you're trying and you're looking just like I was. But do you feel very uncomfortable when you do this? When you make a decision to change something in your life, is it extremely uncomfortable or is it just another move and you don't feel uncomfortable? If you don't feel uncomfortable, even if you're changing jobs, you're not growing, you're just going sideways. And that's what many people do. I speak to so many people, and I know that some of you even have changed jobs for a better position, for a better paid job, and it didn't feel uncomfortable. It was exciting. There were some challenges, there were some new roles, but it was okay to cope with. And if you don't feel uncomfortable, if you don't push yourself out of the comfort zone, if you don't know how to achieve your goal, this is when you are creating quantum leap. This is when you know you're on the right path to create quantum leap, because you have no idea how to get from A to B and how to really make that goal reality. If you don't know how to make it happen, this is the right path. If you know how to make the next step happen, you are working towards your goal, and you know that if you do A and B and C, you're going to get there. You are not stretching enough. You are not creating quantum leaps. Yes, you're investing lots of time and money, perhaps, but you're not creating quantum leaps. What it means is you're not stretching yourself. And what that means is you're not pushing through your boundaries. And if you're not pushing through your boundaries and your own limitations, you will never, ever learn what you are truly capable of doing. And that is the highest risks of all. This is something that you don't want to miss out in your lifetime. You don't want to be working towards another goal, working towards something else, and then 20 years later, you'll just feel like you've never done something incredibly scary or completely out of your comfort zone. You haven't really stretched. You worked hard. You were very dedicated. You had dreams, but you haven't really stretched. And if you don't stretch, you're not creating the quantum leap. You're not really learning about who you truly are. Because when you truly stretch yourself, you will amaze yourself what you are capable of doing. You'll literally, just like my mentor used to say, you will need a telescope to look back what you've done within a few months. And that is a quantum leap. A quantum leap is when you jump few levels up. It doesn't cost you much effort. It doesn't cost you more time, but it costs you that risk. It costs you that will to get out of the comfort zone. And this is where not many people are willing to do. Not many people have that the courage. And that's a big difference between working hard and creating incremental increase in your life and creating a quantum leap, creating exponential results within short period of time where you literally shock yourself. When I started my business 6 years ago and I started coaching, like I said to you guys before, 2, 3 months into it, I've not only replaced my corporate income, I've doubled it and I worked less hours. And that was huge. And when that happened, literally 2 months into it, I remember as if it was yesterday. I didn't feel exhausted. I didn't feel overwhelmed. The money was coming. My clients were coming. I loved what I was doing every single day. It was a huge challenge because I was still learning, but I loved it, but I didn't feel exhausted. And my paradigm hit in and it said, you're not exhausted. You're not working hard enough. You're not doing something right. You must be wrong because my paradigm, my belief was that if I really want to be successful, I have to be working hard. How many of you have a belief that in order for you to really succeed, to create that financial freedom, you got to be working really, really, really hard? How many of you have that belief? If you do, please give me one thumb up. If you believe that you have to be working hard, that's the wrong belief. That's the wrong paradigm. That's what quantum leap strategy says. Quit trying harder. It's not about working harder. It's about working with certain laws of the universe and following certain rules. Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's exactly what we are taught at school. We have to be working hard. And that's what I grew up believing. I used to work 12 hours a day because I believed without working hard, I won't achieve anything. But then I've quit my corporate job and I've opened my own business. And I not only was making more money, but I was working less. It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense whatsoever. It's very illogical. It's not a conventional way of doing things, right? But that's the quantum leap strategy. When you really learn and follow that strategy, you will be getting quantum leaps in your life. And it's all about being uncomfortable and taking risks. And it's all about going within yourself, using your higher mental faculty to connect within yourself and then use those ideas so you can then make your business successful. You also have to act before you are ready. That's a huge one. That's another point in quantum leap strategy where so many people I speak with, even entrepreneurs, they spend months and months on planning. They plan how they're going to run their business. They plan how they're going to contact their clients. They plan the website. There's lots of planning going behind. But you have to action your moves before you are ready. Because otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time and money on planning, not on acting. And that's where you don't create quantum leap strategy because you will never be ready, fully ready. When you are going into the unknown territory, you basically learn as you go. And then whatever you create, you just mold it as you go because you learn, is it a good strategy? Is it not? Should I improve it? Should I not? So you cannot wait until you're fully ready. Because when you're fully ready, you've wasted so much time and energy and money, and you're probably going to talk yourself out of this again because you'll say, well, I'm not still ready. I still need to finish something. So these people who have a paradigm, a belief, or a habit of being a perfectionist, those are the people who are always waiting for that right time, right moment. These are also the people where they don't act with what they have right now. They say, I don't have the money right now. I don't have the time. And they also are delaying their process, their success. When I started 6 years ago, I didn't have the money to invest in myself. I didn't have the money to even start up my business. I basically quit my job without any savings, and I had nothing in my account for the next month living costs. This is something completely illogical. This is something that not many people would do, because you would say, well, that's crazy. How could you do that? There's so many things that could go wrong. But because I had no choice, I was pushing myself to do things I normally wouldn't do. And that's why the quantum leap strategy says you have to act before you are ready, because you're never going to be really ready. There's always going to be something else. And I speak to so many people, and they always say to me, I would love to do this, but I don't have the money. And I really want you guys to be honest with yourself and say and ask yourself, if you don't have the money right now, what do you think is going to change in a few months if you keep doing same old same? What do you think is going to change? Do you think that money is just going to magically appear in your bank account? Or if you don't have the time right now, unless you do something completely different, what do you think is going to change in a few months? Do you think that time will stretch and you, as the only person on earth, will have 24/7, 27 hours in a day? We all have the same amount of time. And there are people who are just making it happen with one job, but there are some people who, in the same amount of time, run few multi-million dollar, billion-dollar businesses. So this is the moment of really think and pause and think about what you're doing with your time. When are you going to be ready? What are you waiting for? You literally have to act now, because whatever you do today will create a different future tomorrow. And whatever you're doing today that is the same as yesterday or last month, you are just recreating your past. And that's exactly what my favorite person says, Einstein. And I keep quoting him all the time because it's the best quote ever. And he says, if you keep doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results, it's a definition of insanity. And what majority of people do? They keep doing same old same, and they say, I hope this year is going to be different. And that's what's going to happen in 2 months. By end of the year 2022 New Year's resolution, there's going to be many people saying, I hope this year is going to be different. I really wish something changed for me. Hoping and wishing is not the same as actually taking action and doing something towards it. And last but not least, when you're on that journey towards your success, another very important rule is to surround yourself with like-minded people. I cannot express the importance of this point. What I'm doing right now today, running my own business, on top of being a full-time mom, this would never happen without my support system. This would never happen. There are certain things you have to do by yourself. There are certain things you have to action by yourself. But in order for you to really stretch, to take this journey long term, to take your business to the next level in a successful manner, you cannot do it alone. You have to be surrounded by like-minded people. Because if you are not doing what you want to be doing, the support you have created for yourself will help you, will lift you up, will help you to keep moving forward. This journey of your personal and professional success is not a 1 month journey. It's not even a 6 month journey. It's a lifelong journey. And unless you have that support system in terms of like-minded people, in terms of a mentor, in terms of someone who you can talk to when things are not going that well, this is the moment where that support system will push you up, will pick you up, and will reassure you that whatever you're doing is the right way. It's the right way to move forward. And that is so important. I literally would not be here where I am without my team, without my mastermind partner, without the support I have created and my mentor. I would not be here. I had great dreams and desires for a long time, but I've never created that as a reality because I didn't have that support system. And even though I would have the best will in the world and the best motivation, that always fizzles away if you don't have that support system. How many of you feel the power of the support system? Because how many of you have participated in an event, maybe a weekend event, or maybe you watched a seminar like this, maybe you've listened to some successful stories, maybe somebody shared with you with a success story they've experienced, and you listened to them and you felt motivated, because not only you felt motivated with the words you heard, but you also were affected by the energy they were giving you, and you felt really empowered. You feel like, this is it. If they could do it, I want to do it, and I can do it. And I feel really motivated right now, and I have the clarity. And then when you went home or when you went back to your day to day life, that motivation usually fizzles away within a few days. Why this happens? Because it's not about motivation. It's not about that you get that motivation and it lasts forever. It's something that you have to sustain it. It's work. It's an everyday work. And that can only happen when you have not only the clarity and direction, but you have that support system. That when you start doubting yourself, when things happen your way unexpectedly, when some failures, you come across terrible failures or something that literally put you down, you then turn around and you regain that motivation through that energy, because we all get impacted by mutual energy. When you're surrounded by like-minded people, your energy shifts. When you're surrounded by people who complain, who gossip, who are miserable, that's who you get. That's the energy that you get, and it drowns you down. It depresses you. You don't feel motivated. You don't feel like doing anything, right? Absolutely. So surrounding yourself with the right support is so important every single day. So now, guys, before we wrap it up, I would like to give you a very important homework. So stay with us till the end, because I've got something important for you to share with. As I said to you, this week is not only just to give you the information, the most powerful and incredible information, but it's also for you to put you into action. That is our objective, and I want you to really get involved with it. Even if you're watching this as a replay, I want you to be involved with it, because it's for your own good. If you're not going to do it today, you'll never find time in the future to do it. And I can promise, if you follow us every single day this week, by end of this week, you'll experience some visible shift. So I've got a homework for you today, and I would love you to really sit down after the session for 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes, as long as you need to, and ask yourself, what is that you truly want? Not only to see, I want more money or I want more time. What is exactly that you want? If you want more money, how much? If you want more time, how much time do you want? If you want to live a happier life, what does happiness mean to you? So I really want you guys to sit down and ask yourself. Remember that all the answers are within you. Your guiding system, your intuition is within you, but you have to learn to communicate with it. Most of us ignore it. It's very powerful. So spend that time and ask yourself, if you've already done it in the past, I would like you to look at your goal and ask yourself, is it still my goal? Because the more you grow, your goal grows as well. So I want you to really look at your goal, and do you still feel excited about your goal? Do you still have those butterflies thinking, oh my gosh, this is really it? So you should be excited and scared at the same time. So when you look at your goal and you look at your goal that you've been working towards, does it still excite you? If it doesn't, you have to rethink it. So today is the time to really spend that time with yourself without any disturbance. So go somewhere in your home or in your apartment where you can have a peace and quiet, and just spend that time and ask yourself, what is that you want? And if you know what you want with a detail, ask yourself another question. Do I know how to get there? If you know how to get there, I would highly encourage you to change that goal, because if you know how to get there, it's not the right goal. It's not a quantum leap. If you know how to get where you're going, you're not stretching yourself. So if you know how to get there, you have to literally ask yourself, what is that I really desire? Those deep dreams and desires, something that maybe you've given up on a long time ago, because many people give up on their dreams because they try to work towards it, nothing happens, and then they say, well, it's not meant for me. It's not meant to be. So they talk themselves out of it. So I really want you to connect yourself with your true desires and ask yourself, in this ideal world where I can create what I truly want, what is that I want? I can see some absolutely amazing responses. I'll come back to you guys. Thank you so much for your comments. So this is your homework for today. And then when you complete your homework, to make it more fun, I would like you guys to really post it in our group, and together it's almost like a mastermind where we hold each other accountable. If you just do it for yourself, you'll probably just scribble something on a paper and you'll be like, okay, that's done, dusted. I want you to take it serious, and in order for you to take it serious, post it in our Facebook so we can support each other in this very simple yet powerful homework, where you really spend that time when you rethink about your goal, vision, where is that you're going, post it in our group. And that is something that will constitute as an action taker. If you don't do it tonight, it means you're just dreaming about it, and dreams do not come true. Just action takers. Okay? And I have got another surprise for you. Second surprise is, if you really like what you're hearing, if you feel that you received loads of value, please put hashtag value in a chat box. It's a great feedback for me. And also, if you really think that this session was great and you've learned something and you've had some aha moments, please feel free to share this workshop to your friends and family. So for those of you who invite minimum of 3 people, not only invite as you send them invite, but they actually join our group. For all of you who invites minimum of 3 people into our workshop today, we're going to choose one person and we're going to give away £50. £50 is about 70 US dollars, and it's about, I think, depends on the exchange rate, about 65 euros. So I want to make it more fun. I want you to put yourself into action. I want you to share with this workshop, because sharing is caring. You never know who you can help. There's so many people who come to me and say, thank you so much for this session. This is exactly what I needed to hear. So you never know who you can help. When you share it with 3 people, let us know that you did, and then we're going to put you in a draw, and one of the lucky person will win £50. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are back tomorrow at 7 p.m. UK time, and tomorrow we have an incredible session. It's about winner's image. So how to create that winner's image so you can literally accomplish anything you desire. And it's about boosting your confidence, and it's about becoming aware of what is my self-image and how to shift it and what's controlling it. So thank you so much, guys. I look forward to see you with us today, and I look forward to all your homework being posted in our group before tomorrow's session. Thank you. Have a beautiful end of the day, and I look forward to have you with us tomorrow. Take care.